Joining me now is Ambassador Deborah Lipstadt, Special Envoy to monitor and combat anti-Semitism for the State Department for the administration. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Andrea.
This is a tough time.
It's a very tough time. When I first came into office, it was busy. There was a rise. There was a surge in anti-Semitism already then. But now we're seeing a tsunami. And it's across, you've mentioned two instances here in the United States, but it's across the world. I've been since October 7th in Italy, France, Germany, Canada, and now in Israel. But in all those European countries and in Canada, people are afraid. A mother in France said to me, I took my child out of the general school, the public schools, as we would call it, because he was being subjected to taunts and calls, etc. But now Hamas, it was the day of supposed terror that Hamas was. I sent him to a Jewish school. I don't know if he's safe there. I don't know what to do. And it was very poignant, very poignant.
You know, one thing that occurs is that there was so much sympathy for Israel after October 7th. Mm-hmm. It turned rather quickly, and my feeling, you know, anecdotally, is that it really turned after the bombing of the refugee camp.
And the hospital.
And the hospital. Mm-hmm. And the siege created, you know, problems with the UN. The UN is always difficult for Israel. There's no question about that. But, you know, is there any way that they could further ameliorate the humanitarian crisis, which is what the administration is pressing them to do?
I can't speak to that specifically, but I do know that the anti-Semitism that has emerged in coordination or at the same time simultaneously with this, in small ways and in large. You know, there was a thing just on this weekend, the British Airways is pulling a sitcom that was scheduled to go on to internal entertainment thing. So it sounds like a sitcom, a Seinfeld kind of sitcom from a British-based studio, because it doesn't want to take sides. So and the Philadelphia, a good restaurant with an Israeli theme gets bombarded and people are protesting, and this mix.
It got singled out just because it was owned by an Israeli.
Right. That's right. This mix and the attack that you mentioned in the opening, the attack on synagogues and even if they were not real attacks, people, my synagogue in Atlanta felt it, other synagogues felt it, people are afraid to go, they're cleared out in the middle of services. Irrespective of how you feel about the Middle East and what your position is on Gaza, on the West Bank, on two states, the anti-Semitism is always wrong. And on top of that, what we saw and I met with some of the people who have family who've experienced this or are treating people who have experienced this, the gender-based violence against women, against Israeli women. Not all of them Jews, most of them Jews, but not all of them Jews. It's just been horrific.
And the failure of the international community to recognize that until finally last week. Question, though, about the Islamophobia also, because hate speech affects all of us.
It's speech.
And the violence against the shooting, the horrible shooting in Vermont, one of those college kids is paralyzed.
There's never any room for hate. There's never any room for hate. Words matter. Some of your previous guests said language. Words do matter. Words. The killings in Rwanda, the Armenian genocide, in the beginning of the century. All these things start with words, and then it's a slippery slope. Words don't always lead to that, but it always starts with words. And it's dangerous. And it's no hate, no prejudice is legitimate. But the incidents of Islamophobia that we've seen in attacks are horrendous, horrific. There's nothing good anyone could say, or there's no but. But the tsunami of anti-Semitism that we've seen worldwide, including in this country, but worldwide, is unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Just very briefly, you met with the Pope. Is there anything more he can do?
I think he can speak out. He has spoken out. He has spoken out on some of the things that he sees, but certainly on the hostages. There are still women there. There are still children there, and these are civilians. You want to have attack armed forces. You want to have a fight, but these were civilians in their homes.